After listening to this video, you should be able to understand the culture of the major tribes of Union Territory of Puducherry.
Well, in the concluding part of the 3 series video, we will be discussing about the main tribes of Puducherry, namely Irula, Kurava and Arukula.
Let us talk about Irula tribes.
The Irula are an endogamous group sparsely distributed in and around the Puducherry and Karaikal regions. Traditionally rat trappers, they are also referred to as Vettaikaran or Vili. The term Irula in Tamil means dark or night. The Irula mainly live in thatched roof huts. Several families live in the fields. Their staple food grains are finger millet, great millet and pearl millet. They are non-vegetarian. They trap field rats, porcupine and rabbits and catch snakes. The Irula community is an endogamous group with several exogamous gotrams or jatis. Each gotram is divided into exogamous kulams, whose function is again to regulate marriage alliances. The head of the kulam is the Kulaguruvan, head of the kulam. Every man is a member of his father's lineage. Women retain their father's lineage even after marriage. The Irula worship plants and animals such as Vepa, Neem, Lu, Papal, Nai, dog, Kudirai, horse, Puli, tiger, Ana, elephant. However, such worship is no longer done. It is not clear whether these were totemic symbols or clans. The father is the head of the family. The majority of Irula families are nuclear in nature, but a few are vertically extended through the youngest son. Immovable property, particularly the house, is shared by sons by partitioning the rooms. Household items such as utensils and furniture are shared by all the sons equally. However, daughters are also given some of these at the time of their marriage. Old parents are looked after by the youngest son. Succession is by the eldest son. Women have a secondary status in the Irula community. They participate in economic activities along with men, apart from doing domestic work and looking after the children. During the first 4 days of menstruation, Irula women are banned from entering their kitchens or cooking food. Compared to others in their neighborhood, Irula women enjoy more freedom within the family as well as outside. They take part in all social and religious functions.
Is it true that an Irula woman goes to her parents' home?
Consanguineous marriages are the norm among Irula. Marriages with close kin, namely niece, father's sister's daughter and mother's brother's daughter, or second-degree cross cousins, are generally preferred. Monogamy is the rule, but polygyny is permitted. Pre-puberty marriages are not allowed. Land is the main resource of the Irula. The forests are their secondary source of income. Traditionally, they are hunters and food gatherers. They also collect honey and are paid for it in paddy. They catch rats in the fields and are also paid for this in paddy annually. In addition, they take the grain stored in the holes by the rats, but primarily they engage themselves in agricultural labor nowadays. Most of them do not own any land and live below the poverty line.
The other major tribes of Puducherry are Kurava tribes.
The Kurava are also called Malai Kurava, Tombai Kuravan, Koravan and Mala Koravan and Mala Kuravar. They have of late started identifying themselves as Kattu Nayakar, which is a scheduled tribe. The term Kurava simply means a hunter or forest dweller. Some of them live in the hills, hence they are called Malai Kurava. They practice their age-old professions, hunting and pig rearing. The Kurava speak their own dialect, Kurava Bhasha among themselves. It is a mixture of Telugu and Tamil. The Kurava are non-vegetarian. They rarely eat vegetables. Their staple food are rice and ragi. The Kurava are divided into 4 phratries: Melpadi, Satpadi, Mendrakuttan and Kavadi. Repeat. Each one is further divided into different clans: Otal Mogam, Bandi Mogam, Sisulu Mogam, Nadi Mogam, Katta Mogam. These kin groups indicate ancestry and regulate marriage alliances. The Kurava are not aware of the Hindu Varna system and are therefore unable to recognize their position in the Varna order. The community's self-perception as well as others' perception of the Kurava is very low. The Kurava follow fratry oxogamy and community endogamy. Among the Kurava, a boy can marry his maternal uncle's daughter or paternal aunt's daughter or his own sister's daughter. They practice only adult marriages. Most marriages are negotiated. Generally, girls get married immediately after puberty. Either spouse can divorce for such reasons as maladjustment, adultery, cruelty, the practice of witchcraft, etc. If the wife initiates the divorce, she has to return the bride price to her husband, but no divorce compensation is paid to the wife. Children remain with either the father or mother as suggested by the elders. Remarriage is allowed for both the widowed and the divorced of either sex. The Kurava have both nuclear and joint families, though the former seems to be increasing. Kurava women are hardworking and participate in all kinds of jobs along with their men. They help in rearing pigs, collecting pig waste and pig fodder, drying fish when there is a catch, gathering fuel and carrying potable water. Besides participating in economic activities, child rearing and domestic work are the duties of women. They also control family expenditure. They participate in socio-religious functions and have special roles to play in them. Despite all this, the women have a lower status than the men. The Kurava are a landless community. They are traditional pig rearers and hunters.
Finally, we shall talk about Arukula tribes of Puducherry.
The Arukula are chiefly found in the Yanam district of Puducherry. They are a small migrant population from Andhra Pradesh. The term Arukula is an etymological derivative of Eruka, meaning fortune telling or foresight. The women of this community are experts in telling fortunes. They wander in the streets crying, Yeruko Amma Yeruka, prophecies, mother and prophecies, hence their name. The Arukula speak their dialect, Arukula Bhasha or Odra, a corrupt polyglot of Telugu, Tamil and Kannadese. With outsiders, they talk in Telugu. At the community level, the dialect not only identifies them but enables them to maintain secrecy in their communications. The literacy level is low among the Arukula and most of the elders are illiterate. The Arukula are non-vegetarian. The Arukula are divided into several endogamous sub-tribes based on their traditional occupation and the form of nomadism they practice. Suvai, date palm basketry, Badda or Dabba, bamboo basketry, Uppu Urt, Bidari, trading in salt, Kanchi or Konchapuri, makers of brushes. Each subtribe is split into 4 common exogamous phratries, that is Gotras, the Kavadi, Satpadi, Menapadi and Mendrakutti. These are all corrupted Tamil words and signify various activities connected with deity worship. Of these, the first two are considered superior to the other two. They regulate marriage alliances. People belonging to the Kavadi group are Pottu and those belonging to Satpadi are Penti, females. Marriages are favored between these two groups. Membership in a Arukula family can be acquired through marriage and adoption apart from being born into it. The Arukula unit is patrilineal, matriarchal and patrilocal. The most elderly male member of the family is the highest authority. In case of his death, his wife, if she is elder to his brothers, becomes the head of the household. The Arukula family is a social unit, the members of which act for their common good. Marriage by negotiation is the Arukula norm. Monogamy is the marital norm. Polygyny is practiced usually when the first wife suffers from chronic illness or is barren. Nevertheless, the number of wives a man has signifies his wealth, status and authority in Arukula society. They prefer consanguineous marriage alliances. Both types of cross-cousin marriages, that is maternal uncle's daughter and paternal aunt's daughter, are common. The maternal uncle plays an important role in all phases of a person's life. He has the first choice in seeking the hands of his sisters, daughters for his sons. If he has no sons or has arranged their marriages with outsiders, he receives a certain share of the bride price given to the girls. He offers clothes, bangles and toilet items to his niece on her marriage. Among the Arukula, widows and widowers can remarry. The Arukula have their own Kula Panchayat, tribal council. The Kula Panchayat is now called Arukula Sangam and is headed by a president, secretary and some elderly persons, Peddalu. They decide disputes pertaining to marriage, divorce, remarriage, property, etc. and impose fines. The Arukula have animistic beliefs. They are highly superstitious and take serious note of bad and good omens. The Arukula specialize in making baskets, mats and ropes. The women are skillful tattooists. After listening to this video series, you would have understood the social organization, religion, political structure, cultures, marriage customs of the tribes of Lakshadweep and Puducherry. You can analyze that each of the tribes that has been shared about have different occupations in which they specialize. Example, the Arukulas specialize in making baskets, mats and ropes. The Kurava practiced their age-old professions, hunting and pig rearing, which goes to show that each tribe has their own identity.
We hope that this video would have helped you to appreciate the distinct cultural heritage of the major tribes of Lakshadweep and Puducherry.
Thank you.